Hello friends, and welcome back to the mothership. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to give you an unboxing, overview, and review of my brand new Mesa XL solo stove. I bought all the accessories you can get for this machine. I'll show you how they all work, if they're worth getting. And then lastly, we're going to light her up with some pellets, which is kind of the new feature for this machine, and we'll see if it's worth actually buying, what kind of heat it throws out, and what kind of light. And most importantly, is it actually smokeless? Sound good? Let's get started. So here is our delivered box, and let's see what comes with it. I purchased the Roasty and Toasty kit, which comes with basically all the little accessories that you can get. But we'll start off here, and here is the solo stove itself. In the bundle that I got, you also get the heat deflector, which we'll talk about, an accessory kit for s'mores and stuff like that, a little bag of pellets, and some fire starters. Now let's take a look at the most important piece here, which is obviously the stove itself. So in the box we get a nice little sticker attached to a travel bag, which will be super useful for one this size. As you can see, I purchased mine in the watercolor. I like the silver a lot. I also like the copper, but if you follow my channel, you know I just got a brand new Weber kettle, and this kind of matches that, so I figured the two would look good together. It's pretty nice. Now on the inside, we've got our flame ring. As you can see on the inside of this, there's all these holes. That kind of diverts oxygen, and the way this flame ring is set up, it kind of forces it to go up like so, shrinking the diameter of the top of the stove, which forces it to be a little bit more efficient and burn a little. It's kind of got that jet stream move. Also inside we have our stand, which kind of just snaps into place like so. And then the stove just kind of sits on top of it. Now I'm not sure if this is new with this particular model, I guess, but one of the main selling points of this is that inside, and as you can see, it's got a whole bunch of little holes in there. What this is what they call pellet ready. Now, spoiler alert, one of the reasons I bought this particular model, and I had been looking at them for a while, was because I don't have space for a fire pit in my backyard. Just don't. I have all my smokers and my grills back there, and then just a table, nowhere to put a big bonfire, but we would love to have fires at night. And I wanted to buy a tabletop for a while, but you know what? I really just don't want to be cutting little tiny splits. Enter pellets. Now these machines are now getting pushed to burn pellets, and you know I got tons and tons of pellets. So if I can burn something I've already got on hand and have a nice warm fire outside while I'm grilling or just hanging out, I'm super happy. I will obviously use some splits or some twigs when I'm out and about, or just to see how it works, but right now I have a whole bunch of pellets, so that's what I'm going to be primarily using, I think. Now let's look at what else comes with this kit. These are just fire starters. I have tons of fire starters for the charcoal grill, but they gave me a package of them. They gave me a package of premium wood fuel pellets, which are designed for solo stove and safe for cooking. If you have a pellet smoker, you have plenty of these. I think people use heating pellets. I'm not sure I really want to. They don't burn really as clean. I think these will burn a lot cleaner and produce that, you know, clean smoke, which is the reason why people like these solo stoves. But you can get away with using the heating pellets. If you plan to cook, obviously use cooking ones. You don't know what kind of fillers are in those heating ones. But right now, I'm going to use the ones they gave me and then just use the ones I have downstairs in containers already for my pellet smoker. Now some of the optional stuff you also get with these kits. This is the Essentials pack. Inside we have a pretty nice quality canvas bag. Inside we've got 4 of these stainless steel prongs. These are for marshmallows, hot dogs, whatever you want. It also comes with these little stands so that you can keep the food side off of the table or the ground. Just a little piece of plastic. Also comes with this little scooper for your pellets. I guess maybe there's some information on how many pellets you should add for scoop, but basically you can add more fuel to your fire. And then the last thing that comes in this kit, which actually kind of bothers me, it doesn't come standard, is your lid. So you can put this on top and have the fire go out without having to worry about it burning off completely. I don't know why they don't ship this with the thing itself, but if you buy any of the accessory kits, this will come with it. Now the last accessory that comes specifically with the roasty and toasty kit is the heat diffuser. Now if you used a Solo Stove before, you know that they initially were made actually as cooking fires. So they concentrate the heat directly up, which is really nice if you're boiling water, cooking food, that sort of thing. What they don't do great is radiant heat. So in the middle of summer, this is fine because you're just looking for that fiery glow. You're looking for the crackles, all that fun stuff. But you're really not going to get any heat in the cold winter months, you know, staying this far away from here because the heat is going directly up. This heat deflector basically puts a plate above it. So as the heat goes up, it bounces and gets radiated all around. So hopefully this should provide some heat to us when we're sitting out on our table. I'm a little bit skeptical. I don't know how much heat it's actually going to throw out, but hopefully it's more than nothing because I bought this kit specifically so I could get this piece more than anything else. I have plenty of pellets. I don't really need this more stuff. I wanted the deflector. And last but not least, I actually bought one more thing that isn't made by Solo and is just an Amazon special, and that is these two pieces of steel. Put them together in a cross and you have a way for you to boil water or put a pot on top, and you can use this as a camping stove. I didn't see any accessory that would fit the Mesa XL specifically. I think I've heard that some of their cooking ones might have the same diameter. I'm not entirely sure, but I wanted to have something so I could boil water if I do bring this camping with me. Now, one of the biggest questions that I had, and many people I think have as well, if you're looking for tabletop Solo Stove, which size should you get, the regular or the XL? It's hard to get a good comparison, especially when you're watching a video like you guys are now, but basically the XL is about the diameter of a roll of paper towels. So if you're looking for a big jumbo roll of paper towels, that's how big this is going to be, which is not huge, but it's a decent size. Now the Mesa, just the standard one, is going to take an inch at least off on either side. So you're looking at, you know, a much narrower fire. It's not going to produce much heat. It might be nice to look at, but I really doubt it's going to do anything as far as keeping you warm, even with the deflector. I know they sell one for that one as well. I would highly recommend the XL. That's where I went. It's super light. You can carry this with you. Unless you're going, you know, backpacking and you really want to bring a little Solo Stove with you, I think this is the way to go. This is going to take up no space in the back of my pickup truck or just in a corner of your house or on your deck. I recommend the XL if you're looking for the tabletop versus the regular one. I don't see the need to get the tiny one. This should do just fine. All right, a lot of talking. What's important here is how does this thing actually work? If I throw some pellets in there and light it, how efficient is it? Is it actually doing what it says, which is keeping all that smoke out? I'm gonna wait for the sun to go down and then we're gonna go out there and light this sucker and just see, you know, what's the ease of use and how does it work? The sun is starting to set here, which means that I could probably get some footage without it being impossible to see anything. So I'm gonna take our pellets, fill about halfway, which is essentially the whole bag they gave you. They didn't give you a full supply. They gave you enough really for one fire. I think they want you to buy more of them, but like I said, we got plenty of pellets, so that's not gonna be a concern. You can fill it all the way up to the holes on the side here. They say not to go above that, but to them. That'll probably burn for, actually I have no idea. We're gonna find out. So I'm filling this whole bag up. It's about halfway. I'm gonna take one of their little fire starters, get it nestled in there. And now we're gonna head outside and light the cube. Okay, my apologies on my table cover, guys. It's very disgusting, but we're just coming off winter here and I've yet to clean everything. So let's light our cube. I'm sure you can hear it. It's pretty darn windy out here, but I'm gonna let this do its thing and we'll come back when the fire is going. 5 minutes in and we definitely have some pellets that are starting to smolder. So everything's starting to catch. It's obviously not too hot for me to really do that. So it's not super hot yet. Let's give it some more time. I'm gonna give it another 10 minutes and see how we look. You know, it just took about 5 minutes later and I think we're pretty much going as much as it's gonna get. You can see the flames are coming out of the holes at the top. That means it's doing its full circulation and doing what it's supposed to do. Flames are about 1.5 feet high when there's no wind, which there obviously is at this exact moment, but there's definitely no smoke and it is warm. I think this has probably gone through just the first layer of pellets, so this is gonna last a decent amount of time. I'm gonna swap this out with the deflector and see how warm it gets. Now, of course, the wind is coming, but you can feel the heat coming off the sides so much more. Not as much on top. It's actually kind of cool up here, but on the sides, it's definitely radiating heat. I can feel it, honestly, all the way out here, which is a good 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. I bet if it wasn't as windy and if this thing really gets going with everything really burning, it'll put out some decent heat. Enough for us to put it in the center of this table and actually enjoy ourselves hanging out by the table. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased with it, guys. I'm going to use it more, obviously, as the summer comes on and get some of those cooler summer nights and those spring nights. But anyway, I hope this was helpful to you guys. I know it's always nice to check out products online and get a feel for them before you order. I don't have a discount code for you guys, but if you do decide to purchase this thing through Amazon, please consider using my Amazon link below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it makes Amazon give me a small kickback, which is pretty awesome. Most importantly, get out and enjoy the outdoors. And for you guys wondering where the barbecue is in this video, don't worry, I will have another fantastic cook coming up for you soon, right here at the UFO Barbecue. Bye-bye.